Hello everyone, I hope you're all having a fabulous Monday. Today I'm coming to the weekly Minks Monday Q&A. Before we get started, let me share the bag that I'm currently rocking, and that is the Saint Laurent Kate in the earth gray with the silver hardware. Alright, so grab a coffee, grab a tea, let's start your workout. It's gonna work, this is laundry, whatever's it doing, come join me. We have some awesome topics to cover today. Starting with the first question from Clayton Miles. From when you first started buying luxury goods to now, have you noticed a difference in what you buy now versus then? If yes, why do you think it's changed? This is a fabulous, fabulous question. All right, so have I noticed a difference in what I buy now versus then? Yes. Absolutely. I've noticed that I'm a lot more adventurous when it comes to colors on handbags because in the past I was always adventurous when it came to small leather goods, but handbags made me very, very nervous. And it didn't help that when I did end up going for a colored handbag, I didn't have the best experience. So while I did end up taking 5 steps forward by going out of my comfort zone, once I sold it, I felt that I really went back 10 steps and I was even more nervous moving forward about adding any type of color when it came to handbags. So as I said previously, I have always been pretty adventurous when it comes to small leather goods, and I love the way that my handbags look when I open them up and I see all of those beautiful colors. So now I want to have that same feeling on the exterior of my handbag. I don't want those colors to just sing on the inside of my bag. I want them to be on the outside. So I am a little bit more, just a tad more adventurous than I have been in the past, but I'm absolutely loving it. I'm absolutely loving being able to incorporate more colors into my collection, not just in handbags, but also in small leather goods, kind of like what I've talked about with the blue, the electric blue Chanel small leather good that I didn't think in a million years I would go for blue because that's not really a color that I ever gravitate towards, but I'm really opening up my horizons to adding those pops, with pinks and reds, and who knows, maybe I'll end up going for a green later on down the line. But yeah, I feel that I'm definitely a lot more adventurous. And what I really feel has made that difference possible is by going for price-friendly handbags that I can kind of get my feet wet just to see how I feel. And what I mean by that are my furlas. I absolutely love furla. I've talked about them before. And by going for a smaller handbag just to get the feel of it, like I said previously, and just to get my feet wet, made me feel that much more comfortable and being able to spread my wings when it comes to colors. So had it not been for the furlas, had it not been for the Longshops, had it not been for the other brands, I don't think I would be as open to color as I am now. So I think that's really been the biggest difference. Plus the fact that I don't get all crazy like I used to as far as buying. I really take my time. I do my research. I don't just go out there and buy all willy-nilly because that never ever ends up working out for me. I always have a lot of issues, especially because I am somewhat impulsive. So that has been really hard to tame as well, because I've said it before, I can justify anything. If it's on sale and if it's orange and orange isn't a color that I go for, but it's 30% off or it's 75% off and maybe I'll use it this, maybe I'll use it that. That used to be me. And while that might work out for some, that definitely didn't end up working out for my wallet. But like I said before, I think that it's really come down to color. I'm a lot more open. I'm a lot more adventurous. But what about you guys? Have you noticed a difference in what you buy now compared to before? Whether it was 20 years ago, 10 years ago, or even last year, let us know in the comment section down below. But this is a fabulous question and hopefully I was able to answer it. Next question from Navarra. Hopefully I said that correctly. Could you make a video about the Palm Springs Mini and the MultiPochette and which you prefer if you could only have one? Or answer this in the Q&A. I'd love to hear that. All right, so I brought them both out so we have a little bit more eye candy. Here is the MultiPochette. The only thing that I'm missing is the khaki strap that I didn't bring out. And the other one is the Palm Springs Mini. I love them both. I'm a big, big fan of both. And I think that each one offers something different. Each one brings something to the table that the other one doesn't have. Now, between the two, I would have to say that if I can only pick one, it would be the Palm Springs Mini. And the reason I say that is because I end up using this as a handbag, whereas this one, I kind of deconstruct it and I use it for the small leather goods. I kind of talked about it in the reveal video. I think it's beautiful, and I think that, when I see it on people, it just looks amazing, but I can't pull it off to save my life. When I attach the round coin purse to the khaki strap, it ends up sitting like right in the middle of my chest, and it kind of makes me feel like this is a third boob. I know that that's not the best thing to say, and like I said, I kind of mentioned that in the reveal video, but I cannot pull this off to save my life. So I prefer these three separately instead of being worn together as a handbag. And like I said, I prefer this one just because it is a handbag and it's still very, very versatile. Plus, I also have small leather goods that are very similar to this. So if I didn't have this, I still have the pochette accessoire, the mini pochette, and the round coin purse. Of course, these are a little bit larger, but still they are somewhat similar to these guys. So that's what I would end up choosing. This little backpack. I know that I've talked about it quite a bit the last Minks Mondays, but I'm just crazy about it. I'm just crazy about it. And again, it does have a lot of versatility. I love the fact that you have that carefree leather, that you can wear this in any type of weather. So this guy for sure would be my choice between the two. For those of you that do have these two bags, which one would you choose if you could only pick one? Let me know in the comment section down below. But fabulous question, and hopefully I was able to answer it. Next question from Stephanie B. I am often overly careful and cannot really enjoy my bags. Once I've worn them, I have to clean and inspect them before putting them back in their dust bag. It's like I always expect something to have happened, like I have to find something. And every time there is a new beauty mark, as you refer to them, I am upset and I stop using that certain bag for a while. Crazy. I love the idea of growing old with my bags and see the leather age as I do and think of all of the vacations I took with this or that bag, but still, I am freaking out about each tiny damage. Do you have any thoughts on this? Seeing all the flawless bags when people do a 2-year review and the bags look new really does not help. This is an awesome question, and it might seem like it's very easy for me to say, use your bags, don't worry about it. Yeah, just enjoy them. You know, while I do like that, this is still something that I struggle with from time to time. So it's something that I have to take my own advice, you know, because there are many times when I will revert back to my ways and I will start to put those bags in bubbles, because to me, it kind of gives me like a secure, like it's almost like a security blanket. It makes me feel a little bit more comfortable, you know, but at the same time, I want to let go. I want to ease up, and I definitely feel that I have eased up a lot more than I ever did in the past. But I also had an aha moment that literally came out of left field, and it almost hit me like a ton of bricks that has really helped me to ease up a little bit more so that I can enjoy my handbags. And it's something that you pointed out. I don't know if it's going to make sense or not. I've noticed that the older I get, the more I look for memories, the more I look forward to them. Because when I was younger, memories aren't something that I thought of too often when it came to luxury goods. Like, it wasn't even part of the equation. Memories and luxury goods, they don't go, right? But I've noticed that as the years go by, it becomes less and less about the bag, and it becomes more and more about where I use that bag. So it doesn't necessarily have to be about a vacation, but it could be, oh my gosh, I use this bag. Oh, do you remember we went out to dinner here? Do you remember that dress? And those memories are just, I love them. I absolutely love them because it gives so much more of a story. It gives that bag more than the material, more than the brand, more than anything else. It's the memory, you know what I mean? So again, it might sound totally weird, but I felt like it kind of hit me like a ton of bricks. And the bag turns into my own personal photo book, my mental photo book, if you will, where I can remember this conversation and this destination vividly. And I absolutely love that. And I always look forward to it. And to me, that means more than the bag sitting there on the shelf, just, you know, looking pretty. But at the same time, you will know when it's time to use your handbags. Because like I said before, it can be easy for me to say, use your bag, sure, no problem. It's easier said than done, but you will know if and when that time comes. So what I would suggest, I would take baby steps. I would suggest that when you use one bag, put it away, don't inspect it, just put it away and just grab the next one. And I feel that the more and more that you do that, that the more and more you'll be able to enjoy them, and you'll be able to let go of wanting to inspect the handbag for this, that, or the other, you know. But like I said previously, you will know when it's time. If it takes baby steps, it takes baby steps, you know. But I sincerely feel that being able to enjoy the handbag and make those memories are, I mean, it's better than anything. And it doesn't have to be a luxury handbag either. It can be, I mean, any bag. you know, just because I'm always carrying a bag wherever I am, and it automatically just takes me to that location. It takes me to that vacation. It takes me to the company that I was with on that trip. And I mean, I think that's absolutely wonderful. Because another thing to take into consideration is that if and when the time comes that you decide to sell that handbag, in my personal opinion, the last thing that I want to experience are the shoulda, coulda, wouldas when it comes to selling it, instead of just saying, you know what, it has a little bit more of a story, it has more beauty marks, but I remember this, and I remember that. I don't know. Call me crazy, but that's just the way that I feel. Oh, and one more thing, when it comes to those flawless handbags that are 2 years old, whether they're 2 years old, 10 years old, 15 years old, what have you, I think that it's also important to take into consideration how often that person uses the bag and what their interpretation of that word is. You know, because someone might think, oh, I use this bag all the time, but to them all the time might be 5 to 6 times a month, or it might end up being all the time would be almost every day, you know? So it really depends upon how often they use it, and if they do end up incorporating it into their daily rotation, their weekly rotation, or what have you. So that's something else that I wanted to throw out there. But I would love to hear your thoughts. What do you guys think? Because I know that this is a topic that isn't talked about too often, you know, because you have so many people saying, use your bags, you spent this much money, you need to use your bags. And it's almost like it starts to create a type of pressure to use the bag. And at one point, it might even seem like you're questioning your sanity, because it's like, why can't I just let it go? Why can't I just use the bag? And that's definitely not the case. So again, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. But fabulous, fabulous question, and hopefully I was able to help. Next question from Claire F. Is there a color for bags that you love but will never ever go for, and why? Awesome question. Yes, that would be white. Just a plain white handbag. I think white handbags are insanely, insanely gorgeous. There is something about them. They add a type of freshness to an outfit. They add this beautiful pop, and whether you're dressing them up or dressing them down, whether they have silver hardware, gold hardware, black hardware, gunmetal, any type of hardware, I think that white handbags look just absolutely beautiful. They have a type of, I don't know, a type of oomph, a type of something that it adds to that outfit that I was talking about earlier. I don't know. I'm very passionate when it comes to white handbags, you know, and as much as I love them, as much as I would want to own one, I never would, because I know there is no doubt in my mind that I would destroy that handbag in a matter of seconds, just because of my dark colored wardrobe. Whether it's because of my t-shirt, my jeans, my hoodies, my jackets, I know some type of clothing that I have would just end up causing so much color transfer on that bag within seconds, which is such a bummer, because like I said before, I love the way that it looks. But yeah, I would absolutely destroy it. I feel like it would be one of those bags that I have to have at a distance, like kind of hold it this way, so that I can ensure that I don't have any type of clothing that ends up, you know, touching the bag. I even thought about maybe as a hand carry bag, but no, because if I end up putting it on the crook of my arm, chances are it's gonna rub on my jeans, and then I'm gonna end up having color transfer. So it doesn't matter. I don't think I can safely say I have an outfit. Like, I'm trying to go through my entire wardrobe right now of something that wouldn't end up causing that much damage to the bag. And even if I had one wardrobe or one outfit, I'd have to wear that same outfit every single time when I use that bag and nothing else. So, so it really wouldn't end up working out for my lifestyle. I would be so paranoid, and I would end up just, I think I would end up focusing too much on the bag itself that I wouldn't be able to enjoy it. No. Absolutely not. So I think that they are just insanely gorgeous. And not to mention that white handbags do tend to yellow as time goes by. And once it starts to yellow, to me, it ends up looking a little bit dingier, and I don't find it as appealing. But back in the day, I had somewhat of an experience with a white handbag. Not completely. It wasn't completely white, but it still gave me a little bit of a fix. And it really solidified moving forward that white handbags don't end up working out for me. But I can still look back and say, I remember that bag. But anyways, back in the day, I used to have Gwen Stefani used to have a brand. I don't know if she still has it, but it was called Lamb, and it stood for Love Angel Music Baby. And I had a black and white pebbled bag. It was a tote, no surprise there, but I was obsessed with this tote. I used it to death. But I started to notice that within a short amount of time, the white started to get very, very dingy. It started to get very, very yellow. And on the handles, it actually had white patent leather, and that white patent leather started to turn, you know, yellow, and then it started to turn into like a caramel. It started to turn into like a caramel dark brown type of thing, and it was not cute, you know. So I ended up retiring that bag, and like I said, I loved it. I thought it was beautiful, but I was like, oh, moving forward, no more white handbags for me, because between the yellowing and the color transfer that I got on the back side of that bag, whew, yeah. So I can only imagine like a Chanel classic flap or a Louis Vuitton bag or a Saint Laurent or something like that, with that type of price point, I would be ridiculously nervous. So unfortunately, a white handbag is not in the cards for me anytime soon, but I love them, and I appreciate them from afar. But I would love to know, is there a color out there that you absolutely love, but you will never ever get when it comes to a handbag? Let us know in the comment section down below. A fabulous question, and hopefully I was able to answer it. Next question from Win Come On 79. Hopefully I said that correctly. I'm looking to diversify my handbag collection. What are your thoughts on Chanel jersey and denim bags? All right, so Chanel jersey, I think that it's a very fun, it's a very lightweight bag that adds a really nice pop. I really like the colors that they often bring out with this type of material, but it also has a tendency to lose its structure just because of that same material. Sometimes you might experience a little bit of pilling, and it might end up wearing a little bit faster, especially on the corners. So that's just something to keep in the back of your mind. As far as denim goes, I imagine that it would wear a lot better just because the material might be a little bit thicker. And you might have some structure loss, but I don't think it would be as much as on the jersey. But I do like denim bags. There is something about them. I wasn't like a big fan of them before, but they have definitely grown on me. But when it comes to either jersey or denim, I just feel that, like I said before, they are very fun. They're very lightweight. They add a type of playfulness to a handbag collection. They just don't end up having the best resale value, you know. But I will have to admit that there is a denim bag that I just have a crazy weakness for, and that is the Louis Vuitton Mini Pleaty in the denim pink. I know it might not be for everybody, but I think it is so cute. But I've seen some that just don't end up wearing the best. They end up looking really worn, you know, in a short amount of time, but man, are they cute. However, I don't have the most experience when it comes to either of these two materials. So for those of you that do have these materials, let us know in the comment section down below how you find them. Is there something to look out for? Do you experience any type of color transfer? Let us know in the comment section down below. So I don't know if this ends up helping you out, but I wish you the best of luck in deciding on whichever one you decide to add to your collection next. But wonderful question, and hopefully I was able to answer it. For the last part of this video, I wanted to talk about a bag that I recently saw on the Purse Blog's Instagram post and get your thoughts on it, and that is the Prada Bowling Bag. Now this beauty comes in at $24.50 here in the States, and it's available in a variety of different colors. I also believe that it's available in a smaller size if I'm not mistaken. Now the bowling bag was first introduced or debuted in spring of 2000, and as a way of celebrating their 20th anniversary, they wanted to reintroduce it for their Resort 2020 collection. Now I know it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but there is definitely something that draws my attention when I see this bag, and it's been a long time since I have personally felt like that when it comes to Prada. But I don't know if it's just the uniqueness, I don't know if it's just the details that it has, but I am seriously digging on this bag. And what I really like about it, I love the fact that you do have the dual zipper, so that way you can see all of your items at a glance. The 2450 size, I believe, is 15 inches, 15.5 or 15.6 inches in width, so it does make for a larger handbag. And again, the fact that you do have the dual zippers makes it that much easier to find all of your items and carry quite a bit with you. But the best thing about this bag, in my opinion, is the fact that it comes with a removable, adjustable crossbody strap. That is awesome. I personally like this bag as a hand carry bag, but the fact that you have that option, the fact that you have that much more versatility, I think is wonderful. And I think that for the leather that you're getting, it also has a really nice price point. So I don't know, I really, really like it. As far as the articles that I've seen, a lot of people anticipate that it's going to be a huge seller for Prada, that a lot of people are going to gravitate towards this bag and that it's going to sell out very quickly. But I would love to know your thoughts. What do you guys think? Do you think it looks too much like a bowling bag, like you're expecting, you know, the bowling ball to come out and the shoes type of thing? Or is it something that you're digging on as well? Let me know in the comment section down below. And I also have a question for you. What do you think will be the next big thing to hit the fashion scene in terms of handbags? Let me know in the comment section down below. But that does it for Minks Monday Q&A. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope I was able to help. You guys had some awesome questions this week. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to see you later on, but if I don't, I wish you guys a happy Thanksgiving. I hope you're able to spend the day with your friends and family and make some awesome, awesome memories. But again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure and give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already and you would like to, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys later. And as always, make it a fabulous day or not, the choice is yours. Have a great day.